It is a miserable, miserable day here in Ontario, but this makes it a little better. I just said to the last group, it's raining and sleet and +2. It's the type of weather where if I was down to drive, I wouldn't drive. So, we are talking about the groups. Somebody asked me a few weeks ago, we should talk about the groups every week, and you're 100% right. And I forgot last week, but I want to make sure I get it done this week. So let's go through what's going on with our group, the global group. Bottle Red is in to go this week. She was canceled last week and had been off a while before that. So she got a good rest anyway. She should be good and fresh. But Bottle Red, I believe, seems good. Qualified okay. I looked at her line and I said to Tim, she's never been a first over horse in her whole life. A mile and 56 off 4, 5, 6 weeks. Pretty good mile for her. So Bottle of Red is in to go this week. Going to be a little short, obviously. They had a snowstorm in Pennsylvania, so I can't imagine Tim was able to school them or train them up real hard. I know he said he schooled Ale's son, and it was muddy, muddy track, so I can't imagine he went too hard with Bottle of Red. She is in to go, I don't know. She's in to go at the Meadows this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm not sure. Braemar has come back exactly how I wanted him. He's not a big giant yet, but his manners in the burn, he understands. On the track, he's quiet now. Before, you remember James always used to go with him, right? Because he was so hot. Not now. Now he goes out and jogs quietly like a normal horse, starting around into the horse we wanted him to be. And I was worried too because, it seems like every time I protect a horse and will not castrate them for whatever reason, it comes back to bite me in the ass at some point. And it hasn't, not always. I didn't castrate Lawmaker, I didn't castrate Stonebridge Simba. There's a number of horses I didn't that had come back just fine. This guy was one. Obviously, this is the 3/4 brother to Vegas Vacation. I didn't want to geld him. And it works. Everything's working out so far with Braemar. Brave World races tonight at Flamborough. He's on a bit of a tear and racing very, very well. Brilliant Corners, another horse that was hot and crazy last year, come back quiet, behaved this year. I don't know how he did that, but he did. Compass Rose DC is racing this week also. She's had a great year, and I think she's going to be a tremendous 4-year-old for us. At some point, we're going to have to give her 3-4 weeks off, but man, oh man, she's been a good horse all year. Globetrotting is a filly I'm really looking to be the flagship the flagship horse for the stable in 2021. I know we got a lot of good horses coming back, but I believe Globetrotting didn't have a fair shake this year. She had issues that had plagued her all year long. She had those signs where Globetrotting's back, and then she regressed because she just couldn't keep it all together. She tried her hardest, but she couldn't. And she did have an okay year regardless, and I think that she's going to have a fantastic 2021 and be a very good 4-year-old for us. I'm a Lovely Lady looks great on the track. I've seen her the last 3 days. She's a small filly, but she's filled out. Just looks like she's ready to box. She's ready to go. And really impressed with how she come back. Keystone Raven will be ready in 3 weeks' time. At that point, we can answer questions. I know a couple of clients said, well, you get rid of Capistrano and, you were making moves, but what about this horse? I don't know yet. I can't tell you until we see her. It won't be long into her career before we decide, is this a global group horse or not? I mean, this is a well-bred Bettor's Delight. Let's not jump to conclusions. I haven't seen anything on the track this year training back that would lead me to believe that she wasn't. But that can change quite quickly. So we'll see how she is in the next 3-4 weeks. Path of Totality, operation went fantastic with her girl. Popped that chip out, no problem at all. She said, her knees are a little rough looking. I said, she's a racehorse. They've always been rough looking, but I think with some time off, they'll be fine. And she agreed. She said, yeah, it's amazing that she's been racing as good as she had with that chip in her knee. She's tough, man. I love Path of Totality. And again, a sound, strong Path of Totality is a scary kind of horse at 4. I'd like to see lots of weight put on her and bring her back and really see what she can do, because she was an impressive filly for me in 2020. Rockin' Down Under. We got to do something with Rockin' Down Under. At this point, I'd almost just tell Daniel, just keep the shares. Just keep them of Rockin' Down Under. I mean, what's she worth? Is she worth trying to, is she worth trying to sell them over there? Is there even a market over there? There's not an on gate in Australia. There's not a mixed sale that I'm aware of, and if there is, I don't know if those Australian partners of ours want to put her in, but at this point, I love Girl from Oz. I think she's a nice filly, and I own a chunk aside from the global group of Rockin' Down Under that was left over. But at this point, I want to just tell Daniel, just give me the straight goods. If she's not even remotely as good as you believe she is, if she's closer to what I believe she is, just have my shares. I don't want to worry about it anymore. But we'll see. She's supposed to be ready at some point in the near future. So I guess worst case scenario, we could give her a kick at the can as a 3-year-old over there, see how she races her first start, and then say, okay, that's enough. Or maybe we'll be happy. I don't know. I'm just trying to be as honest as I can when it comes to Rockin' Down Under. She has underwhelmed us, me, I assume you. So let's see what we do with her moving forward. So Admirable has certainly not underwhelmed anybody. She has been great since day one. She's been in 220. Kevin said she was good in 220. We'll see how she is next week and moving forward. I'd say she's probably a month away. Trafalgar, we turned her out. I joked about it in a video, but quite seriously, I told them to send her back in when she's fat. And this is a filly that missed the Harvest Series because she was lame left front. It's concerning that we never found out why. The veterinarian, she was there. We looked 3 times. She was at the vet to tell us what went on, and it was just best guess at the end of the day. And stood in the stall for a month, sounded right up, seemed fine when she went out to the field, has been fine out at the field. I told them just to tell me when she's fat and send her back. She's never carried any excess weight since the day we broke her. Now's the time to get it on her. But here's a filly also. Make no mistake, this is a filly that could be a legit nice filly. This filly pays 53 a number of times at 2 and 3. I think she could be a 51, 52 pacer at 4, which puts her in the mix of being a pretty decent horse. So Trafalgar, there's a reason I kept this filly. There's other fillies that were and are up for sale. This isn't one of them. I think she could be a pretty decent 4-year-old. Walk on the Moon will be coming back second week in January. I saw him at the farm. His eye looks good. He's put on some weight. He looks great. A very unfortunate turn of events. With Walk on the Moon last year. For a horse that made 30,000, it just felt like you could have made 100 the way that he made that 30. So looking for a big 3-year-old season from Walk on the Moon, and most certainly could have one also. And then we got our older boys. Watch Avenue, only a few shares in these ones. Watch Avenue will be qualifying next week, I believe. Well, after Christmas. West 52nd, White Tiger, yes. These horses are all great. Yes is incredibly good right now. White Tiger is very good also. Could be better. Should have won his last start. And then West 52nd, all 3 of these horses are doing very, very well. So our global group looks good heading into 2021. Bottle of Red, she remains up for sale, but I'm not going to give her away. She's worth money. Braemar looks great. Brave World looks great. Brilliant Corners looks good coming back. Compass Rose DC, again, doing good things in Pennsylvania. Globetrotting. I'm going to stake my, I'm sticking with her. I think that filly right there is a good filly and will be a good filly for us in 2021. I'm a Lovely Lady, looks good. Keystone Raven, a lot of question marks there, but I'm gonna give her. She's on a short leash, but she's gonna get more than enough room to prove to us that she's a good horse, or just a horse that's not gonna do for us. But that will be up for her. That'll be up to her. Path of Totality, operation went great. She'll be back in 2021, hopefully better than ever. Rockin' Down Under, as I said, little doom and gloom there. I'm not really impressed with her, and to be honest, she's really close to me just saying, hey, just keep the shares. I just don't want to be paying bills on her anymore. But we'll see. We'll see. If she's a month or 2 away, then I want to move on Rockin' Down Under right now. If she's close to being back and getting some racing into her, then that's a different story and a different conversation. But one that may end up in the same direction, on the same path. So Admirables looked great. She'll be ready to go within a month. Trafalgar, want to put weight on her and roll the dice with her as a 4-year-old. Walk on the Moon looks great. He will be back second week of January. Watch Avenue will be qualifying after Christmas. And then we have our 3 elderly trotters for us. West 52nd, White Tiger, and yes, all 3 look fantastic right now. So that's the spring group, the global group. I hope you guys have a great Christmas. Hope you're having a great holiday season. I will talk to you all very, very soon.